Alright, hey y'all. There is music playing in my living room right now, like a record playing. Why does it sound like I'm about to cry? Oh my goodness! I really wanted to pick up the camera so I could articulate this the way that it's going on in my head, because I just had a thought that I've never had before that kind of explained a very uh, huge part of how I identify that I don't really express verbally because it just kind of is. Um, but I've said on my channel, I think in the very first video I ever posted, that I identify as non-binary. Um, and I don't know why I feel, I won't say shame, but kind of like stigmatization, even saying that out loud. Like, I say it because it's true, like that's how I identify. But I know I feel like it puts, I don't know, like, it puts labels on things. Like I'm labeling how I identify, and really I identify with no labels. I just am. I exist. I am. I present how I present, and I am who I am. But um, I just had the thought that really solidified why I feel this way, I guess, or like a way of explaining it that makes sense, at least to me, more than any other explanation I've given myself has made. But I identify as non-binary, meaning I don't subscribe to, I mean, I'm fine with being addressed as she because I present that way, clearly. Like, I do hair, makeup, all the things, but like, that's because that's the hardware I was given. I was given a feminine body, so I operate as feminine. But being non-binary, to me, the thought that I just had was that I identify that way because I could easily exist as a man. Like, and that sounds nuts, but like I just typed a note in my phone because I didn't want to lose the thought and didn't know if I was going to pick up the camera or not. But I put, I could easily exist as a man, but I do easily exist as a woman because that's the exterior I was handed. But I have, the way that I think, I am capable of understanding male logic to a fault. And this, I don't even know how this sounds coming out of my mouth, but like, that's the thought I had of why I identified this way. But like, I am able to identify to a point where like, I sympathize with men in many ways. When my friends ask for advice about men, I'm usually able to explain it to them from the masculine perspective pretty easily, because that actually is kind of the way I think. Outwardly, at least. Like, internally I'm like constantly thinking, but like outwardly, as far as like like surface level stuff, that's where my mind goes typically, I guess. How do I explain that? Editing Lindra here. I did not explain this the way that I probably could have or should have. Like, I didn't explain it in a way that really makes sense, and I'm gonna leave how I explained it in here. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I am a logical thinker, and I separate my actions from my emotions, which is more of like a masculine trait, typically. Feminine leaning or feminine identifying people. Usually that comes with being more of an emotionally driven being, and I'm not really that. I don't operate under the control of my emotions. Like, I'm a very logical thinker, and I execute things with logic and reason more than emotion. Although I do thoroughly understand emotion and process them mentally, I do not use emotions to make my decisions, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I just am able to grasp the thought processes of men. Not to say, I mean, they are different. Men think way different than women, and I can say that because I can see from both sides. But like, it is night and day. And sometimes it's literally just a miscommunication, and I'm able to communicate in a way that where I communicate well with women and I communicate well with men, and that, like, that just is what it is. Like, some of my closest friends are men, like, but also, I have very close friends that are women. Like, I don't know how to. I don't even know if this is gonna end up anywhere. First of all, but like, I feel like the way I'm explaining this is contributing to like negative stereotypes, maybe. But like, they're like, I guess maybe even my mother, for example. There is nothing masculine about her energy. Other than, I mean, like, obviously she has like masculine emotions such as anger or whatever, but like I mean, societally viewed emotions that are stereotyped as masculine. But like, there's nothing, like, her energy is not masculine. She is protective, but like motherly protective. Like, it, all of her energy is very feminine. Mine can go either way. Like, encountering me, you're not automatic. Like, you don't see. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. But like, there's just a very different energy that comes behind being non-binary but still identifying as feminine, because I'm just working with the hardware I was given, you know. But had I been given a different set of hardware, I'd be operating just fine. Like, if I woke up one day given the choice to choose between bodies, it would literally be a crapshoot. I wouldn't care which one I got. Yeah, I don't know. It was just specifically the thought that being non-binary to me just means that I could easily exist as a man and I do easily exist as a woman. Like, the body I was given didn't really change much about I don't know, the mindset that I have, I guess. And I think that has a lot to do with the way I was raised. Like, not to say I wasn't raised masculine or feminine. I was just raised. I existed. I did what I wanted to do, whether it was masculine or feminine. Most of the time, I guess it was considered feminine. I don't know. Gender roles weren't, now that I think about it, gender roles weren't a huge part of my upbringing, I guess. Because, yeah, no, not really. Other than, like, the stigmatized, like, excuse me, like, sexual stereotypes or whatever, like, you know, too many partners, girl's a whore, too many partners, guy's a superstar, you know, whatever too many is. But, like, those were really the only, like, gender roles. And I guess, like, men's work and women's work, quote unquote, but, like, I was never forced to do either. So, you know, um, yeah, so like, I saw the stereotypes, but none of them were forced on me, if that makes any sense. And my mom's kind of an androgynous dresser, to be honest. So, like, that wasn't pushed on me either, like, having to always have, like, a fluffy dress or cute outfit on. It was just clothes. I just wore clothes. Yeah, that's a realization I'm just now having. I really didn't have many stereotypes, like gender stereotypes or gender roles pushed on me. I just kind of witnessed them externally. That makes sense, though. I guess. I don't know. I just... Who knows if this ends up anywhere. But having that thought that, like, yeah, I could easily be a man. I'm not one, but I could be. That really, I guess, kind of gives... I don't know. That gave me some kind of relief thinking of that short way of describing it, because I think I don't really publicize, like, in the Instagram for this YouTube channel, so like the She Talks a Lot 24/7 Instagram, in my bio, my pronouns are she, they. In my regular Instagram, I just don't have any pronouns. And I think that's mainly because I didn't want questions because I didn't know how to answer them. But now I kind of feel like I have an answer. Like, if somebody asked me, I'd be able to articulate it kind of, but I'd probably end up oversharing in order to explain it. But now, those two sentences kind of just put it in a nutshell. Like, in my mind, the way that I exist and the experiences that I have solidified to me that I could easily exist as a man, but I do easily exist as a woman, because that is the experience I have with the body I was given. Yeah, that feels good. That actually feels really good, to be able to say that and have that succinct way of expressing myself. And I really hope that me having this entire conversation with you over a William Bell record called Coming Back for More doesn't get this video copyright claimed. And if it does, I guess it really doesn't matter, because I'm not monetized anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I, and hopefully, if you identify in a similar way that I do, where you do identify as non-binary, but also don't have an issue with being referred to as the gender that you present or that you were born. I hope that gives you a way to, communicate more effectively. In saying this, I am wholly aware of the privilege I have of never being misgendered, because I was born in a female body and am comfortable being addressed as she. I never encounter being called something that doesn't sit right with me, because that everyone's automatic assumption is to call me something I'm comfortable being called. When it comes to, I mean, nobody should question you when you say it, because what does that have to do with them to begin with? Like, question you in a way that is combative. Like, curiosity is always welcome. But I have had, I mean, I won't say combat, but I guess maybe I was on the defense, so it felt like combat to me because I didn't have an answer. But now that I have an answer, I think I'll just treat it all as curiosity. And I really, on the outside, I did treat it all as curiosity, and I would entertain the question regardless of its intent. But on the inside, I would probably feel some type of way. But now that I have an actual answer, I don't think that'll be the case anymore. I think I'll be able to answer that question unguarded. And maybe I will add my pronouns to my work email, because they made that available probably like 6 months ago. And like, I saw the email when it came through. I'm like, oh, should I put? And that's another thing. Everybody's pronouns, everybody that has their pronouns, they're all just like she, her, he, him. Nobody's mixed and matched it. And I don't even know if that's an option, really. It should be. You should be able to type out your own pronouns, or select them however it's set up. But yeah, maybe I'll look into that, and so I can practice answering that question. But yes, to all my non-binary, queer, LGBTQIA plus, hopefully I didn't miss any letters there, brothers, sisters, siblings, nibblings, cousins, thanks for watching or listening. If you made it to the end of this video, if you watched this video at all, thanks. Now you're inside my mind a little further, I guess. I mean, I have expressed this, but clearly not in this much detail, because I didn't have this much detail to give in previous videos. And now I kind of want to go back and watch that first video and see how I addressed it, or because I know I said it, because I wanted that to be a conversation on this channel, was like the concept of gender and / just existing, just being a person, you know. Yeah. I wish I would have made this video in June. That would have been nice. Pride Month and things. But it's only July 9th at 9:27 p.m. Alright. I have rambled long enough. Am I going to put this at the end of the vlog? Because I haven't vlogged it. Obviously, weekly vlog. Or will I make this its own video? I don't know. Maybe we'll close out both here, though. We'll see what happens. We will truly see what happens with this footage, because it's all together with the vlog. So we'll find out. Thank you for, your presence. Just thanks. I'm grateful. I'm in a grateful mood right now. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I am, but like, let me just end the doggone video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell so you never miss another video from me. Why is that so hard? But until next time, love y'all. Peace.